The world we drew. We didn't just wake up in this world, we wrote it. Not with our hands, but with our beliefs. Every street corner, every heartbreak, every silence that stings too loud. It all began in the mind. Not this mind we think with, but the deeper one, the dreaming one, the projector behind the lens. And yet we forgot. We forgot we were drawing. Forgot that guilt has a pen, that fear has an imagination, that shame doesn't sleep. It scripts. So we look at the image and ask, why is the world like this? But the real question is, what did I believe before this showed up? We don't mean consciously. We mean subterranean. We mean the kind of belief that grows in the dark, never spoken but obeyed. Like the addict who hates the bottle, but doesn't know how else to hold himself. So the ache becomes the drink, and the drink becomes the enemy. But the bottle didn't write the story. The ache did. The story was already on its way. Or the lover who says, "You broke me." But the crack wasn't new, it was already there. Hairline fractures in the soul, laid down by a quiet fear. I am not worth staying for. So the betrayal didn't cause the break, it confirmed the belief. Or the protester, screaming into a world that won't listen. Fist raised, heart clenched, and yes, the world is broken. But why does this fight feel so personal? Because somewhere before the signs and the slogans we heard, "You don't matter." And now the outrage isn't just about the system, it's about the echo we're still trying to outrun. We don't suffer because of what happened. We suffer because of what we believed about what happened, and then made real. The Course calls it a reversal of cause and effect. It says we see the effect and call it the cause. We mistake the bruise for the punch, the smoke for the fire, the mirror for the maker. And in that reversal, we forget our power. We become fixers, defenders, reactors, fighters, always 2 steps behind a world we secretly wrote. But the world is not punishment, it's proof. Proof of what we believed when we weren't looking, when we were too young to question, too tired to resist, too human to know any better. That's why healing begins not with action, but with undoing. Undoing the belief. Not yelling at the mirror, but remembering we're the one who stood in front of it first. And we didn't mean to create suffering. We were trying to protect ourselves, trying to explain the ache, trying to map a world that made sense. So we drew what matched the pain, not because we were guilty, because we were scared. But the thing about stories is, we can change the pen, we can question the narrator, we can pause the reel. And that's what this moment is, this reflection, this discomfort, this recurring pattern. It's not punishment, it's invitation. Invitation to say, what if this didn't come from out there? What if this came from a belief I've never questioned? What if the world is my handwriting, and I'm ready to learn cursive again? We've been blaming the page, but the ink was always ours. And now we remember. We don't have to keep writing the same paragraph. We don't have to chase down the reflection. We don't have to fight the smoke. We can go back to the projector, to the mind that dreamed this, and we can choose again. Not in fear, not to defend, but to see clearly. To say, I drew this, and I can stop, and I can love myself for not knowing I had the pen. Because we didn't just live in this world, we drew it. And now, we draw again, this time with light.